Welcome to Music Over Matter. Today we are discussing song transitions on albums. Of course, song transitions create some of the best album listening experiences. And in my opinion, more artists should be doing it if you want to create an album that truly feels like an album. So we picked some of our favorites, or the ones we could think of off the top of our head. And of course, put your favorites if we don't mention them in the comments below. We posted on our community tab asking for some of your favorite transitions, and we got a couple responses. So let's start with those in this video. Our first one comes from Ray Tay. So that's, of course, Baptized in Fear to Open Hearts. And that's, of course, what Ray Tay's comment was alluding to. It's the newest one, and it's probably one of the best on our list.
We thought of doing this video a while ago, and it was because the Weeknd album came out.
Yeah.
Because there's so many. This is not the only transition on this album, but I think it is the best one.
Yeah, the only one that kind of comes close, in my opinion, is Niagara Falls to Take Me Back to LA. That one's fire, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, this transition is just absolute masterclass. Spoiler alert, that isn't going to be the only Weeknd on this list, because you can't make a song transition video without talking about the Weeknd. From an artist perspective, he is the king of them.
For our next song transition, it comes from Mr. Duck. So thank you for the amazing suggestion, Mr. Duck. This one, of course, is hard as hell. I love just the way the outro progresses into the next song. Yeah. And then Future comes in right away with some ad-libs on there.
When that album came out, that went viral, of course, because Homelander is hard as hell. It's a flawless transition. The best transitions are the ones where you can't even tell, because the beat is perfectly integrated in the last song and the new song. With that said, that is, like he said, a modern classic that, of course, is one of the most well-known song transitions of the decade, of this decade, 2020s. That's not even the best song transition on that album, in my opinion.
So.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
I'm tweaking, I'm geeking, I'm tweaking.
And this is where it comes in, where we were saying that albums that really do it well are the ones where the producer is in charge of it, because those are going to have the best transitions. That was Metro Spider to I Can't Save You. That transition shows a different style of transition. So On Time to Superhero shows a instrumental transition. There's going to be transitions on our list that are also really good that use vocals. Because those beats don't interact at all. It's just Young Thug, which is fire. That transition's my favorite on the album.
Mine too.
It's just so seamless.
Speaking about vocal transitions, let's go on to our next one.
The only thing that I pray is that my feet don't fail me now.
That was, of course, Jesus Walks to Never Let Me Down. A classic transition, but I feel like also kind of underrated. It's nothing like crazy. It's just the delayed vocals are present onto the next track, and it just fits perfectly there.
Yeah, that's another style of transition, just like using a part of a song and then switching it over. But because the vocal stays, it works perfectly, even with the beat changing. Absolute masterclass. That shit is so hard every single time. Plus, that vocal is phenomenal, so it's like, it just works perfectly there. Sometimes vocal transitions are fire because they don't even include music. It's just the transition of a song, and that's what we have next.
When you talk about shedding blood in this community, it might just spill over on you.
So that's a Look at Me to Frank Lucas. Alfredo is, of course, produced purely by The Alchemist, and The Alchemist is known for his vocal transitions. That's kind of his whole shtick. Every song on Alfredo transitions. So you could pick anyone, but we think Look at Me to Frank Lucas is the best one.
Yeah, there's like a few other ones that are amazing, like Frank Lucas to Something to Rap About.
Yeah.
I love the transition to Frank Lucas so much because of that hard piano that comes in. It's a totally different vibe from Look at Me to that song, but he fits the vocals there perfectly.
And the selection of vocals is perfect because at the beginning of the quote, he's like kind of somber. He's like, oh, be careful with the blood. And then it swaps to the hard piano. It might just spill over on you. Oh yeah. God. Even just the selection of vocals is perfect, bro. It's crazy. Yeah. If you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to scroll down, hit that subscribe button for us for more hip hop related content. And let's get back to it.
And there's also different types of vocal transitions that you're able to get in music. For example, our next one.
Matter of fact, cut my motherfucking audience song. You killing my motherfucking vibe.
And that was the end of Shireen to Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. This one's just special because it shows curation in the album. His dad, You're Killing My Motherfucking Vibe. And then Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe is the next song, of course.
Yeah, I feel like song transitions, but something like that, where it's just explaining what the next song is going to be about, is the difference between a good, conscious storytelling album and a great storytelling album. You need the transitions to make it that next step up. And our last of this style, we have one more of just storytelling.
My mother warned me that some niggas ain't my right hand.
That's of course Who Dat Boy to Pothole.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite transitions ever. It's so simple, but sometimes it's like hard to end a song. Sometimes you hear just the fade out, which is the basic ass version to end a song. But that one like tells the story of him driving in a car, of course.
Yeah, it's just a good, like, abrupt ending to the song, like a Pothole would be. Like,
Yeah.
you know, abrupt ending to your drive, which, you know, that's just extra curation on an album. And of course, Tyler is going to do that.
Of course, earlier in the video, we said that you can't have this video without the Weeknd in it. So here's another one for you. This one is our first triple transition on here. That first one, the vibe changes of the first song, adds the drums of the second.
Yep.
And then you hear like rain and water moving. And then the next song just starts off with that thunder.
This transition is one of the reasons I love Kissland, is we mentioned it in our ranking every Weeknd album video, but the overproduction of Kissland.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole style. Every song is heavily overproduced. And that's what
Not
makes
in
it
a bad
so
way.
good. Not a bad, no, yeah, not a bad way. It's just insane on every song. But yeah, it's just perfect. Like, they're so simple, like the adaptation to Love in the Sky, you don't even notice. Love in the Sky, of course, a song about the sky, finishing out with rain, because it's like, it's a darker song. So it's raining, and then Belong to the World, it's loud, so it starts with thunder, bro. I mean, come on, what the fuck are we doing? This is probably my favorite transition in the Weeknd's discography. Next, we have another Weeknd triple. When Dawn FM came out, the best friends to Is There Someone Else transition immediately went viral because that shit is so fucking hard. That is how you do a transition where the production on Best Friends and Is There Someone Else is completely different.
Yeah, like matches the BPM or something of the
Yeah.
song, and it just goes right in. And then the one to Starry Eyes is a little more basic. It's just the instrumental comes in early and then it transitions to it.
I think that kind of just gets forgotten about because the Best Friends to Is There Someone Else is just so good. But I also think this one specifically for me shows the power of a song transition. You can't listen to one without the other, or if you do, you want to hear the other one.
Yeah, because you already hear it in your head.
That happens a lot to me with Baptizing Fear to Open Hearts. Every single time one of the songs comes up, I have to play the other one. The Weeknd is the king of transitions, but we got to move on.
Next, we have a underappreciated transition. This one's is a really special one though. We can't play the entire thing, but earlier in Denzel's part, he says near the outro of the song, "I keep walking, I keep walking, I keep walking."
It's a full lead up.
Yeah, it's a full lead up transition, and then the actual chords transition into walking.
This album still doesn't get the recognition it deserves, in my opinion. Most people say it's the best or one of the best albums of 2022. I still don't think it gets the recognition because it should be up there as one of the best albums of the 2020s.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Next, let's throw it back a little bit. 15 years.
Filled with his wildest dreams. This is his new home.
Man on the Moon is a storytelling concept album, so it is necessary to have these transitions. I had to put this one down because to me, this transition gets stuck in my head the easiest out of any transition on this list. I don't even know what it is, like the drone spinning.
Yeah, it's like wind or like a tornado.
I think of it like a helicopter for some reason. I don't know. Of course, Common is speaking throughout the album, but while he's talking, I want to call it a helicopter, comes in, you notice, but it's more just like ambience. And then you realize it's the actual transition to Alive. And then, of course, the Alive beat is probably my favorite on the entire album. Yeah.
It's such a weird sound that you don't hear anywhere else.
There's a lot of those on Man on the Moon.
Yeah.
Where did you find this shit? Yeah.
Next, let's do another viral one.
Yeah.
This one we gotta add. This is one of our best moments on the channel.
Probably, yeah.
Our reaction to this album and the transition to Fuck You Mean Rodeo Drive.
What's crazy is when you re-listen to it, all it is like a boom.
And something with like the hi-hats coming in right away, and
there's zero downtime, and it's just,
it's zero downtime. Yeah.
Oh, it's satisfying as hell. So let's throw it back with some more Metro Boomin transitions.
We been outside going in. 21. Bang outside, I hang outside. Now come out that house.
This is another one where it's nothing special, but it does show curation. We've been outside going in, and then mixes with the 21 ad lib, gets right into the next song. It just shows that there's a special care put into the album.
And there's a few on the album too.
But I think that's the best one.
Only One to Lesbian is also really good.
Yeah, it is good, but like we'll mention later, doing an interlude into a song is kind of cheating.
Yeah.
Because that's what the interlude is literally made for.
This next transition you definitely forgot about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's another basic one. There's not like a true transition there. Just the instrumental changes at the end to fit the vibe of the next song, and it sounds good with the next song.
That could go into that whole thing where you don't know how to stop a song. Honeymoon's kind of phasing out, and then it boom switches, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that Private Landing beat is crazy. That Future verse is nuts.
Yeah.
And yeah, you probably forgot about it because not many people probably listen to Lovesick anymore. Another one that you probably forgot about, because I definitely did. Again, it's nothing like special. It's not like a creative one, but I didn't even realize that transitioned because the box is so popular on its own. Like you don't even think about, oh, this transitions to another song.
But it is similar to the Fuck You Mean transition. Yeah. We have a few more at the end here, but this is going to be our last like true transition.
A nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, just another creative decision there that adds some cohesiveness to the album. You got 21 Savage saying it's a nightmare on Elm Street, and then the next song you get Nightmare.
All right, next, we didn't want to include these into actual song transitions because like we mentioned with the interludes, skits are meant to go to the next song. So it kind of feels like cheating, but we did want to include two of some just absolute classic and hard as hell skit to song transitions.
Wake up, Mr. West! Wake up, Mr. West! Mr. West! Mr. West!
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is an absolute classic. I mean, everyone knows that one.
Probably the most well-known album intro to first song type thing. And it's hard as hell. I mean, goddamn.
Well, let's go on to our last one real quick.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite skit to song transitions. In the Kiss skit, there's so much happening. Car beeping, you hear his feet running, just the riser into Soldier, which is of course about him like comparing being a soldier to like what he's dealt with, and that's like about his pistol whipping and stuff like that he got charged with. Like, bro, there's so much to that, and it's just a perfect transition. It's hard as hell because the Soldier beat is also disgusting. So that sums up all of our favorite song transitions or well-known ones. Let us know in the comments again what some of your favorites are if we did not mention them in the video. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more hip-hop related content, and we'll see you in the next one. So let's throw it back.